So we have a delay with YouTube right now. The monetization has been delayed for about 4 days now, and I guess this is a problem that has happened before. I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. I've been reading through like Reddit posts. I've been reading through Google Help section, stuff like that, AdSense help section, YouTube help section, and they said that monetized people are experiencing this multiple day delay right now, and it has happened before, but never to this length of time. But to be patient, it will come back up. It's just something wrong with the algorithm of the system. Hi, Darlene. And that it should come back. So I guess they just want us to not be worried about it in the grand scheme of things. But the main topic today, 2,000 subscribers. Wow, that's great. This is uh, this is awesome. I didn't want to say anything about it yesterday. I hit the 2,000 mark. Then I wanted it to build because for some reason it's really odd. I'll get like 10 subscribers and then 7 will drop off, and then I'll get 4 subscribers and then 2 will drop off. So I always want to make sure before I announce something that I make sure I get over what the amount is. So I'm at like 2006 or something now, and I know there are people. Thank you. There are people that do some shout outs and things like that, and those things help. The little experiments that we do with each other with the questioning and stuff. People don't know you. They don't want to take a chance on you. So there's a lot of times where they just get comfortable with the people that they watch daily because that's where they find the bulk of their information. Thank you. So I appreciate that. I thank you guys. I've been trying to put out more content lately that was more research based. That takes me several days to do it instead of something just quick off the top of the head. I was just having a conversation, well, not much of a conversation with Logan Delgado, Goody Beats. And maybe I was kind of harsh. Maybe you guys can straighten me out on this. Maybe I shouldn't say anything at all. But I'm seeing these. You know that there's a rap song or something where they say, "I made it from the bottom, now I'm here," and that's a fact. When you start out on the bottom and you start to succeed, sometimes you can get so covered up in that succeeding that you forget about the person that you were before. You forget about the person that people respect you to be. And when more and more companies, the bigger and bigger you get, start to invest their time into you, you often lose track of where you were at in the beginning. And when I originally started following Logan, there was no supplements involved. There was no keto treats and cookies and stuff involved. And he's got a group on Facebook called the Keto Cut Community. And basically, I've been seeing more supplements, more products, more cookies, more treats, more this, more that. And normally, I'm not a person that will say something on Facebook. I'll always come here and I talk about it here first because people will actually interact here and give you their critical thinking. But I had to say something about it. I said, you're posting these carb blockers from American Metabolics and these increasing ketone products and stuff like that. But I'm not seeing you clearly specify you are a bodybuilder. You may be able to use this stuff where the average Joe Schmo cannot use this stuff. So you're getting caught up in the mixture of all these companies wanting to promote you, and you're wanting, the Nui cookies and the American Metabolics, and going off to all these keto bar seminars and companies that fly him out there to do videos and stuff like that to start promoting their products. I get that. You made it from the bottom, now you're here. Bask in your success. You worked hard for it. You're doing great for yourself. But be true to yourself in the process of doing it. Do not get to the point where because you're making money off sponsoring the product, everything gets thrown out the window and then your message is lost. My message has always been from the very beginning, do the best that you can for what you have. Products are not needed, supplements are not needed, and the majority of people that do not perform, they're not athletes, they don't work out on a daily basis, they're just the average person trying to be healthy and be somewhat fit. These products are not going to work for you. These products often work under conditions where you are an athlete. You're putting your body through some kind of form of extensive stress, and you're looking for that extra edge, that extra repair. I hope you guys aren't picking up the road noise through this mic. I've got the windows down because it's like 74 degrees today and it's really nice, and I do apologize if you're picking it up. But you make it, and then you lose your focus on just helping people heal in general, teaching them about fitness and stuff like that. The supplements don't really have any part of that until they start getting to the level that you're at in a more professional, semi-professional aspect. So we lose that message. We might put it out in a video now, but then we string out 10 videos after it to where we get to a point that we're saying, oh yeah, I use these carb blockers, I use these ketones, I use this product, I use that product. Why is there no more emphasis on, hey, look, guys, this is the carb blocker that I use. I'm an athlete. I use this to cut before my shows and stuff like that. But if you're just the average Joe, um, so should I roll? Oh, well, I don't want to roll the windows up because it's like super hot in here. Let me see if I can roll them up some. Um, anyhow, the message needs to be there. Hi, Melissa. That if you're just the average Joe Schmo, you're not going to benefit from those things. And I didn't want to feel like a jerk saying this stuff to him, but at the same time, I wanted to be honest with him. I wanted to be able to speak my mind. I mean, maybe I should have done that. Maybe I should have just kept my mouth shut and just scrolled on by like, like I recommend everybody else do. But I felt like because he's a good dude, because people really lean on him, I felt like saying something about these products are obviously making you more money. But at the same time, these products are not necessary for people. And because they look up to you so much, they're going to buy these products. They're going to go out there and purchase them. And then they're going to actually think that this placebo effect is actually helping them when it's really not. In the grand scheme of things, they use it for a year and they spend $50, $75, $100 a month on these products, if not more. And then a year from now, they look at where they have come from to where they're at. You're going to see that, man, there's not much of a gain here. Maybe I should have increased my food or decreased my food. Maybe I should have done this or done that. Maybe the supplements really didn't work for me. And the majority of people, those supplements are not going to work for. I see a lot of guys that Latino keto lifestyle is in the house, and all she wants to do is make you bounce. Okay, enough for the fun, huh? The party boy coming out. Um, these guys get caught up in the sponsorship. They get caught up. Why is somebody continuing calling me? And it gets to a point where you get lost in it. You get lost in the success and the monetization and the money that's coming in, and then you lose your message as well. Especially when you came from nothing to where you're at, it really means a lot, and it's easy to get lost in that kind of stuff. So be careful with the supplements and stuff. The carb blockers, the ketones, things like that are not going to help the majority of people. Unless you're out here like Logan, where you're training 2 or 3 times a day, every day. You're constantly, your body is your image for what you do. Um, these things are not going to help you. And that was my message whenever I replied to him is, look, man, start being more real to yourself, the person you used to be, instead of flashing these products up in front of the screen and trying to almost have like people clickbait to click on the product to see what you have to say. And then you're like, hey, who uses supplements? And then under who uses supplements, you got 2 pictures of ketones and carb blockers. And then all of a sudden, everybody underneath starts dropping all their supplements. And it's almost like you're purposely trying to draw people in to believe that they need these things when they really don't in the grand scheme of things. They just need good whole food, enough of it, good quality food, some physical activity, love in their life, be with your family. If you're a religious person, go to church, read the Bible, do those types of things. If you're not, you find yourself looking to other hippie friends and stuff like that, which I use that term loosely because there are a lot of people that actually identify as hippies. And they make you happy being around them, camaraderie and stuff. Do those types of things, but that's all got to tie in together. The supplements aren't going to do it. So it's just a matter of trying to figure out, do you want your success to change you, or do you want to be successful in your success but still represent the person that you originally were, which was not a big supplement junkie and pushing all that stuff all the time. It just this world is geared by big companies that want to push products and put it in front of the screen, and it's pretty sad. So um, and you know what, I'll be straight with you guys, and this might upset some of you, and when I say this, it typically does upset a few people, and they leave nasty comments and then they unsubscribe. There are a lot of, and I know this for a fact, I've been talking to a lot of people behind the scenes that are friends and work for these big people that teach us keto and stuff that are professionals. They're not even doing keto. They're doing other things. They're drinking excessive amounts of booze behind the screen. They're not consuming any keto foods. They're more on like a paleo or Mediterranean style, but they call themselves keto and they get up in front of the screen and they say they're keto. But I'm talking to the very people that are working for them and they're not even doing keto. They're just in it to market themselves and gain subscribers, but in the process do other things in life and they don't even represent the lifestyle in general. And a lot of people follow these people blindly. And I wish that I felt more comfortable speaking out about all the things that I find out so I could give that information to you. But when I do that and I tell you guys the truth and I put the facts in front of your face so you can see it for yourself and I show you the conversations that I have with people, I catch this big backlash from people that have been following the people that they trusted for years. And then they come at me and they're like, oh, you're a jerk, you're an a-hole, you're this, you're that. And they start tearing me down when I'm simply providing the information, the truth, right in front of them, showing them this is what's it's on black and white, it's in paper, it's been proven, this is what's going on, and I can show you, but it doesn't matter. They've idolized some of these people for so long that they don't want to believe that they've been lied to or that they've been misled in some form or fashion. And that's why I keep this channel raw. I don't want to be bought by nobody. I don't want to make money from nobody. I want to do this just to help people. The only money that I make is through my monetization here on YouTube. And I'm okay with that because you have the obligation to either pass by the ad or let it play. That's the only money that I make from this. I make nothing else. I don't make it from supplements. I don't make it from people sponsoring me. I don't want that stuff. And it's been clear from day one, I don't want to have to eventually succeed so much to where I'm working for a company and directly, representing that company. I want to represent me, my journey, and sharing with you, and that's just that. So there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that we don't get to see, and that's not very honest. And I was actually talking to one of the ladies that sponsors her products at the events that you go to, KetoCon, low carb, this and that, and the two keto dudes with the thing that they put together, and then I think there's one now in Washington or something like that, where one of the vendors there actually went out with a group of keto people that represent keto, and they've got tons of followers on here. And when they all went out to dinner, they were like, "Are you gonna order like a steak and some broccoli or something like that?" This person ordered pasta and rice and sweet potatoes and all this other stuff, and they're like, yeah, I really don't do keto that much. I just teach it, and I kind of eat whatever, however. Well, that goes to show the kind of success that you've had since you've been doing it, and why you don't represent keto in a clear fashion. It's sad because the very people that are putting it out. I mean, I could go on a standard American diet right now and completely teach you guys everything that I learned, and then learn from you guys at the same time. But that wouldn't really be fair. You would like somebody to live the lifestyle and gain knowledge from the lifestyle and be able to teach you because they walk the walk and they talk the talk. But there are a lot of people behind the scenes that do not follow a ketogenic diet, that teach it, and they do not want anything to do with keto, but they push all the products and stuff. And it's a kind of a rough topic for me to talk about. Hello. Hello, Miss Schaefer. So with me kind of bringing to light some of this stuff, I tippy toe around and don't put the information out right away because I don't want to directly attack anybody. And when I do that, I lose followers. And I don't want to lose followers because I want them to see for themselves in the long run, oh, this is what he was talking about. And I was half tempted to click that unsubscribe button if he would have said my favorite doctor or my favorite YouTuber or something like that. Maybe I shouldn't be so quick to do that because maybe he's actually telling the truth and I just don't know it. And I need to find out for myself. Maybe you just don't care. Maybe you just like the person in general, and that's why you're following them. It's not so much for the advice and the raw footage and stuff like I'm trying to provide raw information. So I would hope to keep growing. I would hope that my knowledge keeps helping other people, and I would hope that you guys would start being more critical on the people that you follow to see exactly what's going on in their life. Are they being completely transparent to you? Are they being 100% honest with you? Are they just pushing products but they're not using the products? Are they actually pushing keto but they're not actually doing keto? I think that is very important in this lifestyle. And over the last couple of weeks of talking to people behind the scenes that actually work for the people that we see, or help or admin or promote products at conventions that get to see these other people interact, there's a lot of these people that just do not live the lifestyle. They just put on this front that they do. And it's sad. It's sad that I can't openly speak out about it because I don't want to make people lose hope because they've been following somebody for so long and then they find out they're actually not using the ketogenic diet for their health. They're just teaching it to other people, and then it's a big letdown. Um, I won't lie to you, Darlene. A couple years ago, I had brought up the fact that you guys are going out here and you're getting all these keto protein shakes and stuff like that. And then when I look at the price of them, they're outrageous. For a 2 pound container, it's 70, 80, $100, something like that. That's not worth it. I look at Dr. Josh Ack from Ancient Nutrition or something like that in the stores, and you 58 to 60 bucks a 2 pound container. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? This is ridiculous. And as I said before, I kind of I kind of went behind the scenes to see what it would take to actually create these products, to try to figure out exactly how much these guys are making off of these products. And that should be another video. I should actually break that stuff down for you guys so you guys can see exactly what they're making off these products, and then pull up some emails for you so I can show you the exact breakdown of what goes into it and how much it would cost to even get started. I wonder if I should do that in another video so I don't string this video out. Or do you want to know now? Should I talk about it now? I don't know what you guys want for right now. Do you want to hear about it now, or should I do a completely separate video on how much supplement makers make and how easy it is to actually put a supplement on the market? Try to plug this in a little bit. So I'm just want to. Do I talk about it now or? Okay. Um, Melissa says separate, so maybe I should do it in a different video. So I leave that all as one entity, so people don't have to listen to it if they don't want to. Um, it's a very okay. Darlene says go for it. Melissa says don't. Somebody's got to do the tiebreaker here. Hey, thanks for commenting. Nice to see you here. I used to live down there next to you in Louisiana. I just moved back home to Chicago. Okay, so I wanted when I started looking at all these products out on the market, I seen that there were really, really, really high prices for um, there were really high prices for the keto products and stuff like that. So I said, can I actually make a keto fat macro based um, whey protein cheap that would give people good quality? And I'm not promoting this. And people have actually spoke out after I've said these exact words, and then they said you should promote it because it's better than what everybody else put out. When I was looking at just a little 2 pound container from Josh Axe, selling for 55, 60, $65 or something like that, and then maybe you can get it on Amazon for about 50, I wanted to see what it would take to make that same 2 pound container with the same good quality ingredients. So I called up a couple supplement companies. The one I ended up talking to was a company based out of New York. And what I ended up doing is I said, this is what I want. I want a high fat based protein that I want to make. So the guy kind of got excited. He said, okay, this is different. We're interested. And I want a moderate protein amount. So maybe like 18 to 20 grams of fat per serving. And then I want something like maybe 8 to 10 grams of protein, somewhere in there, maybe up to 12 grams of protein. And I said, I haven't figured that part out yet. So let's just leave it at 8 right now because a lot of people don't want the extra protein, especially by the end of the day where they've hit it. But I don't want additives in there. I don't want colorings in there. I don't want emulsifiers in there. I don't want any of that junk in there. I want a raw, naked product with no fillers, no junk, no nothing. Just the grass-fed whey out of Canada, the MCT oil for fat, or coconut oil, whichever way we want to go with that. I want a good flavoring, something like chocolate, peanut butter, strawberry, and that's it. No junk added to it, no nothing. And I want all the vitamins listed on the back, all the minerals listed on the back. I want who makes the product on the back. I want a completely transparent 100%, something that nobody has ever seen. And I want batch numbers put on everything. I want my own private labeling and stuff put on it. I don't want to be tailored to any company. I don't even really want your information on there if we can get by with that. And the guy said, well, we got to put the basically the manufacturer on there. So I thought to myself, all right, let's just roll with it then. Let's see what would this cost on the minimum level to get this product put out. And we went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he said, you're looking at about $1,500 down. I can get you about 3 flavors sampled and sent to your house. And then you're looking at about another $2,000 with labeling, 150 containers shipped to your house. Um, and I said, wow, I can get 150 containers shipped to my house for $3,500. So I thought about it. Wait a second. 150 containers times 55. Wow, that's a freaking ton of money. That dude is making a lot of freaking money. And the guy was like, yeah, it doesn't cost anything to make a product. And I said, well, let's talk about legality purposes then. If I get this product shipped to my house, I get 150 containers and I store it in my garage because there's nothing that'll spoil, right? And he said, well, you do have a time date stamp on it that it will expire, but typically it's even good past that. It's just how the product's made. And there are different ways that you can go about having your whey filtered. Do you want it done through a regular filtration system? Do you want it like an ionized, some kind of system where it uses some kind of magnetic field or something to pull impurities out of it so people really get a stripped down raw product? And I said I want the best of the best of the best with this product. He said it would still be about $3,500, and to you that would break down to about $16, 15 to 16, $17 a container. And I thought about this. I said, wait a second here, I'm putting out a better product than what's already out there, with being completely disclosed, everything that's in this, nothing's hidden. And you mean to tell me I would only have to pay 16, 17 bucks a container for this, and I'm turning around and selling this for $50 to $70 for this little 2-pound container? That's highway robbery. And the guy said that's what they do. The government doesn't get involved with the supplement industry. They just turn it over to them and they just let them do what they have to do. As long as you put on that label, this is a dietary supplement, and you make no promises that it will fix any conditions, they cannot touch you. You can tell them that this is going to make them grow to 8 feet tall, turn green, and look like the Incredible Hulk by the time it's all said and done. And as long as you don't put on there anything about this will do this to your health or reverse this condition or fix this condition, they cannot do a single thing to you. All you need is a batch number on it, so in case anything happens, we have a control where we can figure out, okay, this batch needs to be investigated. We need to remove this batch, recall this batch, whatever it is. And it's simple. There's really nothing that can be done in the grand scheme of things. I thought it was too good to be true. So I said, let me call up the FDA. So I'm calling around, trying to figure out all these legalities and stuff like that. I called the health organization, and they said, okay, we can't really restrict you. We can't make you actually do anything. If you have the product in a climate controlled facility, your garage with the door open with the AC on, or at least regulated temperature is considered climate controlled, that's completely fine too. You don't need to buy a storage unit or a building or a warehouse. And as long as you put a couple wood pallets down and they're sitting off of the floor, there's nothing that we can do to you. The FDA said the same thing. There's nothing that we can do to you when you make a product. As long as you don't make promises and you just put out about what your product's about, that's it. That's how easy it is. If 5 of us came together right now and we had, $5,000 to $10,000 a piece to put down on supplements, maybe even a little bit more than that, it would be so easy to take over certain parts of the supplement industry and become the biggest, like on the lower scale keto stuff, and you wouldn't believe how easy it is. There's no regulation involved. There's no rules and laws involved. You can slap your own label on it, call it whatever you want, put it out on the market, and people buy it. All you got to have is a tax ID number, some kind of LLC backing or protecting you, and you can start your own supplement line pretty easy. Now, when you start getting into the heavier stuff like steroidal type stuff, testosterone boosting, things like that, then things may change a little bit. But just for your generic whey proteins, protein bars, keto supplements, stuff like that, there's no regulation. You don't even know what you're getting. You don't. There's nothing that can be done. It can be a completely trash product and so vague on the label and stuff like that, and they still sell it to you, and there's nothing that can be done. As long as you don't get sick off of it, you cannot do anything to somebody. That's how easy it is. It would have cost me about $3,500. And when I was talking about it and I was laying it out and I was showing people how pure it was and stuff like that and how transparent and exposed the product was to people in general, so they can completely scrutinize it if they want, or appraise it if they want, per se. Somebody popped up. It was a dude that had about $15,000 put away in Bitcoin or something like that, and he said, I would like to invest in that product. And I said, that's not what I was after, really. I was just kind of after showing people how easy it was, and showing people that there's a market out there for that stuff when it's not really necessary. And it's not that you must have came in late. It's not that I'm making a product. I'm showing people how easy it is to make your own supplement brand and get your own supplement rolling and putting it out on the market. And I got to thinking about it, and this dude said, no, what you just said is exactly what other people won't say. Other people will not expose the company, the product, where it's coming from, show pictures of the facilities, the words. People won't do that. What you just said is something that I'm willing to take all $15,000 out of my Bitcoin and invest in a company with you right now, because I think if you did that, you would probably be the number one seller on the market. Letting people know there's no emulsifiers in it, there's no junk in it. It's not made for you to drink and then be like, oh my God, that's so good, I want to go drink another one. It's made for you to know there's raw nutrients in there, and it's not all about flavoring and stuff like that. You get a little bit of flavor to it, but that's it. There's nothing else in there to help enhance that flavor, really work on that palate. If people wanted to add more to it, they could put their own real strawberries, their own real peanut butter and stuff like that. But you're putting out literally a raw product, and I have not seen that yet. The guy says, I want to pull my Bitcoin out and I want to invest it with you. I want to be a partner with you, and I want to do this. And I thought, man, I don't know if I want to be that guy. And then I got to thinking about it more and more, and then I found out that they can stevia sweeten it and erythritol sweeten it, and they can make it even better and better for keto. I almost thought, why not? I mean, everybody else has got their name in the game. Why not take my knowledge and what I have to put out, and how raw and stupid I am with speaking out about things sometimes, where I don't care what people have to say, and just get out there and do it. I thought about it. I'm not going to lie to you. It's crossed my mind a few times. But it takes money. It takes partnership. It takes planning and stuff like that. But that's how easy it is. It is super stupid easy to get this done. And when I called it, what did I call it? Fat smack meal replacement. And when I came up with a label and stuff for it, people were like, you know what? I would buy that product. Um, Thank you. Thank you, Darlene. But people were actually coming forward after I said that just trust me. This is how we follow people that we trust. I had about 200 messages in a week's time where people were saying, look, I would help fund that. I would pay for 3 of those tubs right now because you're selling it at such a... I said, well, if I made it and it cost me $3,500 to get started, and it's like, $16 to $17 a container is what it would actually break down to in the grand scheme of things once all the other stuff's paid for. Um, I would probably sell it for $35 to $40 a container. That's $15 to $20 less than the highest, and this is the purest quality on the market. And I had, within that week of just talking about that in my plan, seeing if people were even in the market for something like that, to figure out exactly where the supplement industry was going with keto. And this was a year and a half, 2 years ago, before any of this stuff really took off with the supplements. There was a slew of people that came forward. I'm talking somewhere between, I would say, 150 to 200 people that came forward and said, I'll buy 2 or 3 containers right now just to help out funding. I'll pay for 2 to 3 containers right now, and people were like, I sometimes I cannot be at home eating food and cooking food. So if you can create a product that has 20 grams of fat and 8-10 grams of protein, that's perfect for me to carry in a little baggie while I'm on the road and hit the road and be gone. Carry my little bottle of water with me, mix it up real quick, and I don't care how it tastes. I know it's a good product, and just down it and go. There were moms that were popping up that were like, sometimes I don't even have time to make lunch because I'm worrying about kids and getting bills paid and stuff like that. And dads that were coming in and said, look, I go right from work right to the gym. I need something like this. So I understand there's a market for it, but outside of like a keto meal replacement or a keto protein or something like that, there's no need for anything else really. There's no need. And American Metabolic does put out a good product. I've heard a lot of people say some good stuff about keto meal. I guess Goody Beats promotes that. Logan Delgado, I guess they put out a good product, but I don't hear too much about any of the other ones at all. I don't hear anything about Ancient Nutrition from Josh Axe. I don't hear anything about. I think Jimmy Moore was even promoting a chocolate keto protein at one time, but it wasn't really promoted that well or sponsored that well. So I only seen it pop up a few times. Um, there's another guy out there that I had some problems with in the past. A company called True Meal, and it's a big giant 5-pound containers, but I think they want like $100, $110 a container. And I ordered a sample from the guy just to try it because he was like, hey, if you put this on your group, I'll give you $20 for every tub that was sold. And I said, well, I mean, your product is a little bit cheaper when you break it down by unit compared to everybody else. But then I said, nah, I'm not going to put something out that I don't try. I need to know that it works. So I need to sample it. I need to know that it tastes all right. I need to see the quality of the product. So send me something in the mail. And he was like, well, you can actually go on my website and buy a sample size shaker cup. And I'm thinking, you're not going to send me something, but you want me to put it on my Facebook group so other people can see it. And you want me to pay for the sample for me to promote it on my group? I don't get that. How does that make any sense? If you want me to talk about your product, then you probably should send it to me so I can try it without me having to come out of my pocket to buy your product. But I said, what the heck? Why not? So I went online. I paid like $9 to $12 or something like that for the sample shaker cup. And when I pulled it out of the packaging, it came in a white mail envelope with bubble wrap around it. And I ripped open the top, and I immediately looked right at the top of the shaker cup, and it had little coffee spots, like somebody spilled coffee on it. And it had a couple little nicks where like something hit it and nicked the plastic. And I thought, what the hell is this? I mean, this is, you're wanting me to promote your product on my group, and there's coffee stains all over it, and there's a couple nicks in the top of it. This is not even a brand new cup. So I go ahead and pull it out the rest of the way, and I said, I need to start videoing this. So I video what's going on, and I open the container, and they've got a little disclosure paper on how to clean the shaker cup. Down in the center of it, down in raw whey protein. They take a scoop or two, and they put it in the cup, and then close it up and send it to you in the mail. That's the sample. Not in closed packets. No sterilization, no cleanliness, no control here. Just dump a couple scoops in a cup that's wide open with stains all over it, nicks on the top of it, and send it to people in the mail. I mean, that's what we're dealing with here in the supplement industry. And the guy had just started, so I understand he was trying to save cost by not having to go do individual packaging and stuff like that. And I said, dude, that's against the law, man. You cannot do stuff like that. That is unethical. It is not clean at all. And I caused a big stink for this guy. I put a video out that started to take off, and a lot of people were viewing it. And people were responding with, oh my God, he's such a good dude. You shouldn't talk bad about him. I don't care how good of a dude you are. I don't care if Jesus Christ himself came down right in front of me and then said, here, have this product. There's a right way and a wrong way to do it. And I don't know where that came from. Oh, well, maybe if it was Jesus that did it, I would take it and say, okay, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. But this is just some Joe Schmo from across the world somewhere that I don't have any idea. People do all kind of crazy stuff nowadays. Just send me an open product inside a container with the disclosure label down in the whey protein, and now that's exposed to the product that I'm drinking as well. Plus the plastic that's around the shaker ball is all over down in the whey protein. I mean, come on. So I messaged the guy and I said, "What the hell is this, man? This is not cool, dude. This is not cool. This is not professional by any means." And he was like, "Oh, what?" I said, "You can't do this." And he said, "This is how I send them to everybody. Nobody complains about it." Well, today I'm complaining about it. This is not legit, dude. You don't do this. That's the bottom line. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. Well, I don't see the problem with it. Oh, you're going to see a problem because I'm going to make a video about it, and then other people will tell you what the problem is. Or you can just change the way you do this now and start doing this the right way. Well, I'm not going to change anything. I'm not going to do anything. Well, I made a video. A lot of people started speaking out about it, and he got so upset about it. Actually, came on the video and kind of like started semi-threatening me that he was going to get legal involved and all. Okay, go ahead, expose yourself because that's what you're going to do. You're going to expose yourself in the process of trying to sue me. So if that's what you want to do, bring it, dude. I got no problem. You're gonna do the work for me, and I won't have to do anything. So he backed off on that. I got rid of the video, and I noticed a couple days later he completely took the samples off of his website, and no, he no longer offers samples in this unclean fashion anymore. Just dumped into a plastic container with no seal, no nothing on it. So I took the video down because he did at least do that, and that's what I wanted. I wanted him to at least realize that that's not a cool way to do it, man. And that's just about holding people accountable. You know, there's a right way and a wrong way to treat people. And unfortunately, in the supplement industry, there's a lot of dirty stuff that goes on. And as long as people don't get sick, and as long as they don't claim anything on the label that is not necessarily true, there's nothing that you can do. Even if it doesn't work, there's nothing that you can do about it. You just wasted your money. So, in a nutshell, it is what it is. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, that's it, guys. Thank you. Thank you. 2,000 subscribers plus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Be blessed. Have a great day. I'm going to go finish my laundry right now. Take care. All right, guys.